I just wanted to say, you don't know me, but thank you very much. I'm 40 years old and live in California. My brother is 36 now, and we're alive today because you guys helped our mom about 40-some years ago. And she's alive and had 2 children that grew up because of you guys. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, and God bless.
Hello, my name is Neil B. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about SHAR McComb, our Self-Help Addiction Rehabilitation Center. I just want to let you know a little bit about SHAR and what it entails, a protective, secured environment in which a person can grow, working on their addiction or underlying causes of addiction, mostly maladaptive thinking. This is my second time around at SHAR. It's a little hard to admit that, but the first time I took what I learned here and I went out and applied it for a short period of time and thought I was fixed of my ailments. And I learned that it's something that you're going to have to work on for the rest of your life if you want to recover. But here at SHAR, you're going to be paired up with a counselor who's going to take one-on-one time with you to discover what's the underlying causes of your addiction, your problems, reconnect you with family, with friends, help you out with education, with jobs. You know, you're going to actually have fellow addicts here who are just as bent on recovery as you are. And that's the biggest key to recovery is the fellow addict. We have structured meetings, NA, AA meetings here, which you can choose from a sponsor, temporary or permanent, but they will show you that meetings do work. Recreation. The reason I'm hinting on these things, you have a spiritual, physical, and mental recovery at SHAR, and they make sure that they hint on all 3 of them. The recreation rooms, the weight rooms, the outside yard, softball, it all ties into a total focus of recovery. And this time I came to SHAR expecting to change. And I understood that changing 70% of oneself wasn't going to work this time. There's a saying in NA, it's nothing changes, nothing changes. So this time it's working on changing 100% of myself, applying what I've been taught by my counselors, the monitors here who are in recovery themselves and full of knowledge. Any questions you have, I've tried to stump them continuously, believe me, through the book. It's not working well. Any questions you have, they have an answer for you. Not only an answer, but they're going to guide you in the right direction. And then, you know, you take this, and if you apply it towards your life when you leave, it's gonna open up all kinds of doors, avenues. Recovery works if you work it. There's a program here that has worked for many people and can work for you as well. If you come to SHAR with open-mindedness, willingness, and readiness to work this program and the steps and take some simple suggestions for a simple program, it's as simple as not using and following a few steps, and you can have a beautiful life. SHAR McComb, to me, is a safe haven of knowledge. It's a wealth of knowledge that I can take out and live a very productive, wonderful life. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Wilson. I was introduced to SHAR as far as recovery, and I came to SHAR with a lot of issues as far as incarcerations and things of that nature. I have a long, lengthy history of incarcerations and mental institutions. SHAR helped me to identify my addiction and what the addiction process really is. It helped me to understand that I had issues that were a lot more in depth than just drugs. I had a lot of thinking disorders, and I also was diagnosed, dual diagnosed. So they helped me to recognize my strengths in these areas, and as well as my weaknesses, being able to identify the areas I need help in and being able to allow someone to help me in those areas. I was antisociable. I didn't believe in a lot of the things that the program offered at first. But it started becoming a reality when I saw the pros and cons of listening to the program rather than not listening to the program. So I actually came to love the ideology of SHAR. SHAR taught me my strengths. They taught me how to love again. I actually fell in love with SHAR as an institution until I was taught that I have to learn to love myself more than I love SHAR through some of the directors. SHAR helped me to recognize what I'm made out of. Just like a ball that you drop on the floor or whatever, a rubber ball that bounces back. So I learned a lot of things that I'm made out of through SHAR, and they gave me coping skills. They taught me that I'm not alone. They taught me how to respond or react differently when I'm faced with the challenges I had before in my past. I feel more stable now. I feel normal. I feel that, along with working with psychiatric care, along with working in the didactics and the programs, that I do have a coping skill where I'm not only able to help myself, but able to possibly help another person similar. So for SHAR, I can only say that they have saved my life.
I'm Ron and I'm a client here at SHAR. And SHAR has helped me in my recovery because it's been a safe place for me to let my walls down, let my guard down, and deal with some issues that I've never really been able to face in my life. The counselors here are great, the staff is great, everyone makes you feel, safe and wanted and comfortable to talk about your feelings and things that maybe you couldn't even really bring up with your friends or family. I've been able to deal with things that led me to my addiction of drugs and alcohol, and I didn't know I needed rehab really until I got here. Been to jail, been in trouble, all that stuff, and when you're in jail, you're just killing time, and you're really not. You just can't wait to get out. You're not really accomplishing anything. But once I got here, I realized that I needed rehab and I needed a safe place to deal with my feelings and deal with things that led me to my addiction and my drinking and stuff. So it's helped shape me into a healthier person all around. I've learned that sometimes you just got to be quiet and listen, and you can learn a lot. You don't always have to be the center of attention. You don't always have to talk. And you can learn from everybody here. I've learned from all my peers here, all the other clients. I've learned from the hall monitors, especially the counselors. My counselor is great. And all the way up to staff. Everyone's been real helpful. And what I've learned here from when I leave SHAR that's going to help me is just to be patient. That sometimes life is messy and things go wrong, and you don't have to run to a chemical or a substance to make you feel better. That sometimes if you just hold on for a moment, even a minute, however long you got to hold on, just hold on, and something will happen, and you'll be able to sort it out. Life is messy, and that's just the way it is. You don't have to use drugs and alcohol to make yourself feel better, and stuff.